From the dawn of civilization, humanity has yearned to escape its own reality, to shake off the weight of the mind and forget the troubles that haunt us. Among the many pathways we've discovered to transcend this reality, one stands out as the most common, the most captivating: alcohol. It has become the symbol of both celebration and tragedy, of inspiration and oblivion. Despite the global production, promotion, legalization, and mass consumption of alcohol, most of us neither contemplate nor fully understand the deeper spiritual consequences of indulging in it. So, what truly happens when you drink alcohol? To answer this question, we must dive into something deeper, to the hidden and often unexplored realms that spiritual masters and ancient traditions have attempted to guide us through. We must look beyond the surface of this substance and explore what it truly does to our bodies, minds, and souls. The history of alcohol is not merely the tale of a chemical substance. It is, in fact, intricately woven into humanity's quest for transcendence, alchemy, and connection with the divine. To fully understand it, we must travel to the cradle of its etymology, uncovering the deeper meaning behind the word itself. The Arabic term Al-Kuhul originally referred to a fine powder used to darken the eyes. Today, we know this as kohl. But for the ancient alchemists, this word symbolized something far more profound, an essence that could be distilled, the very soul of a substance, the spirit captured in the alchemical process. This profound understanding led to the connection between the word Al-Kuhul and alcohol. The word essentially means a body-eating spirit in alchemy. Alcohol, then, became the symbol of a volatile essence, the spirit that separates from raw matter. Perhaps this is why we still refer to alcoholic beverages today as spirits, those very volatile essences that transcend physicality. The ancient civilizations, from the Sumerians to the Egyptians and Greeks, revered alcohol as a divine gift. But hidden within this reverence lay a dual truth. While alcohol was celebrated as a bridge to the divine, it also carried ominous warnings. The sages and philosophers of the past understood the dangers alcohol posed, not just to the body, but to the spirit itself. Wine, they said, could reveal one's true self, but at the same time, it could obscure reason and open the door to dark influences. What happens when we consume alcohol? When we drink, alcohol enters our physical bodies and alters our brain chemistry and liver functions. But its effects extend far beyond this. It interacts with something far more subtle, our energy field, or what many refer to as the aura. This unseen force which surrounds us all is our spiritual vitality. Alcohol, like an agent of chaos, destabilizes this field, creating cracks and tears, making us susceptible to negative external energies, thought forms, astral larvae, and even spirits that thrive on our energy. Despite knowing the harmful effects alcohol has on the body and mind, why do we remain so irresistibly drawn to it? What is it about this substance that makes us crave something that, deep down, we know will only cause us harm? At the heart of this attraction lies a deep disconnection from our true nature. Since time immemorial, humans have sought ways to escape the limitations of the body and mind. The pursuit of immediate pleasure and relief from existential pain is an intrinsic part of the human condition. Alcohol, in its deceptive simplicity, presents itself as the solution, a magical elixir that promises to lighten the burdens of life and transport us to a state of ecstasy, a temporary freedom. But this is only a veil of illusion. Alcohol gives us the false sense of freedom, momentary pleasure and happiness. When consumed, it creates fleeting moments of awakening, pushing away feelings of anxiety and insecurity. Confidence surges. The shy person finally speaks their mind. But these sensations are fleeting. They deceive us, making us believe we are free, when in reality, we are moving further and further away from our true selves. Are we merely running from who we truly are? For centuries, great spiritual masters, prophets, and mystics have warned us about the dangers of alcohol. These words of wisdom are not mere moral admonitions. They are profound insights, rooted in love, meant to protect humanity's connection to the divine. In various esoteric traditions, alcohol is viewed as a substance that reduces sattva, the quality of purity and harmony. According to the Bhagavad Gita, a balanced mind is essential for spiritual progress. Anything that disturbs this balance becomes an obstacle to accessing higher consciousness. Similarly, Buddha's teachings on the Noble Eightfold Path caution against intoxicants, which cloud the mind and hinder spiritual progress. For Buddha, consuming anything that disrupts mental clarity is an impediment to perceiving the ultimate truth. The teachings are clear. Alcohol, though a temporary escape, is an obstacle, weakening our ability to meditate, introspect, and align with higher truths. So how do we break free from this cycle? How can we transcend our dependence on alcohol, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, and discover a new perspective on life? Liberation begins with awareness. Once we understand the impact of alcohol on our bodies, minds, and spirits, something within us awakens. This awareness is the first spark of transformation, the moment when we stop acting out of habit, conditioned responses, or momentary pleasures, and begin to ask ourselves the hard questions. Why do we seek alcohol? What are we truly trying to fill? The answer often lies in the internal void, the disconnection many of us feel from our true selves. Alcohol, like other forms of escapism, offers only temporary relief, but it does not address the underlying issues. It acts as a mask we wear during moments of difficulty, only to have it fall off, exposing our unresolved pains once again. To break free from alcohol's grip, we must turn inward where the real answers lie. Spiritual practices such as meditation, yoga, prayer, and conscious breathing can help restore balance to the body and mind. These practices strengthen our energy fields and reconnect us to our divine essence. As we cultivate inner silence, our emotional wounds naturally surface, and as we neutralize these imbalances, we come to realize that the peace we sought externally has always been within us. Ancient wisdom teaches us that true freedom and happiness are not found in indulgence or denial, but in reconnecting with our essence, in cultivating balance and nurturing inner peace. The real question is not whether we drink, but why we drink. What are we trying to escape from? What is the source of our discontent? The spiritual journey is not a solitary one. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, spiritual groups, and supportive communities can transform your journey. Through connection, support, and shared purpose, you can find the strength to walk this path of liberation. And remember, forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, is a vital part of healing. The mistakes and choices we've made are not what define us. As the poet Rumi said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." Our imperfections are part of the journey, and through them we learn and grow. Breaking free from the cycle of alcohol is not just about abandoning a substance. It's about embracing a new way of living, a freer, more aligned way of being that reflects our true nature. Imagine this transformation as the rebirth of a tree in spring. Even after the cold of winter, life returns, filling the branches with new leaves and fruit. So it is with our souls. When we choose to free ourselves from the cycle, it is a rebirth, an opportunity to bloom again, stronger, more aware, and more connected to the divine essence within us. The question remains, are you ready to take that step? To look beyond the illusions of the external world and discover the infinite peace, joy, and clarity that has always been within you?